Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the MBRP XP Series Cat-Back exhaust system featuring the dual same side exit configuration, available for your 2015 and newer 3.5 liter EcoBoost F150. Alright, in this review, I'm going to dissect the sound you can expect when bolting up the XP Series Cat-Back here to your EcoBoost F150. We're also going to talk about how the XP differs from the material standpoint and overall construction, and then finally we will talk about some of the big steps of the actual install process. And right up front, I can tell you that there is going to be the smallest amount of trimming needed for the lead pipe here, depending on your cabin bed size. Still a very straightforward install, so I'm going to go 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and we will have some more detail by the end of the video. So I really feel this system is going to appeal to EcoBoost owners out there who are after a full stainless steel system, one that is 3 inches in diameter, and one that will be beneath that $500 price point, which, believe it or not, is not as easy as it may seem. Along with that, this is also going to be a great choice for the owners out there who are really digging that dual same side exit configuration, one that dumps before the passenger side rear tire and one that does produce a pretty solid tone overall. Well, let's get into the sound here a little bit further with the XP series. You guys heard the sound clips, you can ultimately be the judge here, but in my opinion, this thing produced a very enjoyable tone overall on our EcoBoost powered truck. Certainly not the loudest or the craziest system out there, but a nice deep tone and zero rasp whatsoever. So going to my wake to neighbor scale, I got this puppy coming in at a strong 3 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake to neighbor scale. A little bit of interior noise, but definitely nothing that will drive you crazy on long trips. But let's move on from the sound here and talk about the XP series in general, how it's going to be different from some of the other options in MBRP's lineup. And I have been on record in other videos saying how much I enjoy just what MBRP does for the truck aftermarket. They give owners a ton of options out there, from different configurations to different materials and ultimately different costs. So they have a number of different systems that should appeal to just about anybody out there. And with all that said, the XP series, in my opinion, is going to be MBRP's middle of the road offering. It's a great build, solid materials overall with the 409 grade stainless steel, and the price is going to be very obtainable. Now, if you did want to take things down a notch, you could always check out their installer series. You're going to get aluminized steel with that system, and as such, it's going to be a little bit more affordable. On the other hand, if you wanted to take things up a notch from the XP series, you can always check out their Pro Series system. You're getting that 304 grade stainless, a premium material with that system. But again, overall, in my opinion, I really do think the XP series is going to be one of the most popular because it's a nice kind of middle of the road offering. It's a nice compromise. You're getting solid materials with that stainless steel, and you're getting a very affordable price at just south of 500 bucks. So we've established that this is full stainless steel when it comes down to the materials, 16 gauge 409 grade to be exact. Again, a nice material in between the aluminized steel on the low side, that 304 grade on the high side. You're also getting 3-inch mandrel-bent tubing throughout with the XP system here, all exiting out the dual 4-inch slash cut tips. They're kind of staggered by design, and they are embossed with that MBRP logo. Now, the tips themselves are actually made from 304 grade stainless, which is a nice thing to point out because obviously this is the part you're going to see the most, and that 304 grade stainless will be the best at reducing corrosion. Now, as I pointed out at the very top of this video, because MBRP designed this system to fit all different cab and bed size F150s, the smallest amount of trimming may be necessary for your lead pipe here, depending on your wheelbase. This is not a difficult task, guys, as long as you have the proper tools. So I'm sticking with my guns here, strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe an hour or 2 in the shop or garage before you're making some noise. As far as tools, you're looking at a basic socket set here to do most of the work with this install. Also that cutting tool if required. My personal favorite is just a Sawzall. Fresh metal blade should get the job done, but honestly you can use whatever you have laying around the garage. I also like to use a little bit of penetrating oil or lubricating spray for some rusty bolts and to help with those rubber exhaust hangers with installation and removal. Now, as far as the actual install process, well, actually after you made your cut, go ahead and get to work removing that factory system. It is a little big, so if you have an extra set of hands, now would be a great time to use them. Once that is out of the way, you can get to work installing the new MBRP system, starting from front to back. This isn't a big system, so you can easily get this thing in place using the existing hangers and all the hardware provided in the kit. So get it hung first, save your final tighten up to the very end, and you should be good to go. Wrapping things up here, the XP system that we have in this video is one of my top choices for your EcoBoost powered truck on the site, and here's why. First up, let's talk sound. Yes, we all know the EcoBoost trucks don't sound as good as the V8 trucks, but the XP system that we have in this video does a great job of giving the truck just a little bit more of a voice, but without being over the top. Secondly, I'm a huge fan of that dual same side exit configuration before the rear tire. I think it looks really cool. And last but not least, the quality of build and materials for the price point is going to be very hard to beat. So that is my review of the XP system from MBRP, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.